Hello everyone, this is Toby. In the last video, we have introduced the wavelength positioning accuracy, resolution, and irradiation correction of TLM3 microspectrometer. Today, we will introduce its exposure strategy, refresh frame rate, and radiation consistency. Let's take the D light source as an example to see the automatic exposure control capabilities of USB 2000 Plus, C12880, and TLM3. This is the D light source measured by Ocean USB 2000 Plus. We can check its exposure time through the collection group. The system defaults to 100 milliseconds. Click on the automatic option. The software will choose a suitable exposure time, but it will not be exposed automatically. If we move the light source away, we need to click again to adjust the exposure. It did not adjust to the appropriate intensity in real time with the movement of the light source. In addition, manual exposure can also be carried out, and it can be entered directly in the time box. The light source signal will change according to the input exposure time. Let's take a look at the exposure strategy of TLM3. TLM3 also has automatic exposure and manual exposure. Let's take a look at the automatic exposure first. Click Auto Refresh, and the current exposure time will pop up in the time box. When moving the light source, the spectral intensity will also be automatically adjusted with the intensity of the light source. If we select manual exposure, we can enter the exposure time manually. The longer the exposure time, the greater the spectral intensity. Compared with the Ocean Optics, TLM3 has automatic exposure control capability. Hamamatsu is a secondary development spectrometer, so automatic exposure depends on the secondary developer. Next, refresh frame rate. Let's take a look at the ability of TLM3 to track light sources through touchable LED lights. The left one is the light source spectrum displayed in real time, and the right is the light source that changes in real time. It can be seen that TLM3 can capture changes in the light source and display the corresponding spectrum in a short time, with a high refresh frame rate. Radiation consistency. In the previous video of Hamamatsu, we mentioned that the irradiation consistency of C12880 is poor. The gap between the stations is relatively large, about 13%. Let's take the white light of iPhone as an example, to verify the interstation consistency of TLM3. This is the white light of the Apple screen measured by 4 different instruments. It can be seen that the difference between stations is basically within 0.03, so it has high relative irradiation consistency. And TLM3 also has a variety of interface modes: ordinary type, optical fiber type, field of view limiter type. Optical fiber type can be connected to optical fiber. The field of view angle limiter can be used for small field of view angle imaging to avoid the influence of other angle light sources. The following pictures can reflect the effect of the field of view limiter. That's all introductions for TLM3. We will introduce major contemporary computational spectrometers in the next issue. If you are interested, you can tell Toby on the bullet screen or leave a message. See you next time.